Yes, indeed. On International Wade for Nick Day, who better to have in studio than a foremost expert on the man now? I'm talking about radio host and DJ Nick Hammond. He is in studio with us this morning, and we couldn't be happier that one of Cape Town's very own is back in town. But I'd have to say that South Africa at large has certainly taken ownership of him. He's built a successful career, I think quicker than most of us can say success. We marvel at how quickly this man has shot through the ranks and how awesome his show is. Nick, do you realize that I was actually talking about you there? All of that praise was about your incredible life, man.
Well, I'm not surprised. Thank you.
Does it feel that special? First of all, I have to ask, wait for Nick. I mean, come on.
Right? I mean, what a superstar, dude. Amazing. Who's waiting for Nick? No, I'm kidding.
He's a netball player. He plays for our national netball team. No, awesome stuff. We're loving the fact that South Africa is feeling so proudly South African. I think your show, with how quickly it is growing, yes, but what you've pumped in terms of the local content, and that was there before the big mandates were met out. Talk to me about the show. Do you feel the pressure to meet now the fact that you are the greatest, fastest growing radio show ever in the history of the world?
It was quite a thing when they told us that was a statistic. In South Africa, not the world, just before...
Just to clarify.
Before I get in trouble. But no, not really. You know, I got into this because I actually wanted to change people's lives and I wanted to give people good content. I feel that a lot of people in my industry are lazy, and I feel that now I don't compete with other radio stations. I compete with people's cell phones and smartphones and internet. And what a lot of creators do these days is they just go onto Twitter or they go onto the internet and they steal content from there and they talk about it for 3 hours on their show.
Try and capitalize on a viral thread.
Exactly. Yeah. And instead, the way that we see it is that people deserve access to good content, and we try to give that to them.
And you do that every day.
Thank you.
And I think your knowledge base is mind-blowing as well. I think the fact that you know so much about the craft. I'm just going to heap praise on you the whole morning, man, while you're holding the cushion of power.
This is
that's what you deserve. You've also taken the time to really get to know the South African market. You've hit the road, 300 kilometers. What was that all about?
330 kilometers.
Hey, man, you'll bulk over the last 2 or 3 days, yeah.
We decided that we wanted to get out and see the small towns of SA and walk from Johannesburg to Polokwane, which we did. Myself and my producer, Mad Money Mike, over 2 weeks. It was 25 kilometers a day. It was 6 in the morning to 6 at night. But the stories of people that we were able to share with South Africa on that road it was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Look at me there in Hammanskraal, which is amazing because
as well, man.
That's where I'm from.
Dude, if you could sum up South Africans now that you've met us and you've taken that veil off and met the real South African, in a word, what are South Africans?
Better.
Better?
Better than people think. Better than we all think, I think. Right? Because at the end of the day, we're here and we're living, and we get this impression at times that things can be a little bit dark and things can be a little bit uneasy for people, and there's a bit of a tense relationship going on in this country. But when you get out onto the road and you meet people, the people that we met here, some of them drove 250 kilometers just to bring us a bottle of water. And when you hear their stories and you share and engage, you realize that this is one of the most beautiful places in the world.
Oh, man, then you're right at home, Nick Hammond. Awesome having you down in the Cape. I know you guys have got a busy time ahead. You've got your show to do.
That's right.
Shortly, man, so enjoy
Hammond
it.
time from 8 to 10.
Love it, man. Connect with the man live, but of course still plenty coming your way on your Feel Good Breakfast show this morning. Time now to test your skills. So we had your butts in studio last week. Okay?
On Friday, yeah, I was watching them.
Doing the Hammond dip. We are now going to put your skills to the test, my brother.
Hammond dip.
Grab yourself an Omar and dip it. Now, of course, we've got a Omar Dipper Wall of Fame, okay? So you've got a proud heritage to continue this morning.
What must I do?
You can create your own dip. Do it with flair.
Must I just dip this in here?
We're going to talk the dip of uncertainty.
Now what have I done?
And now follow it in.
Now must I eat this?
If you can, Ro. Hey, that's the all-in dip. I'm going to call it the all-in dip. And now we make you talk straight after you filled your mouth with rusk. Nick Hammond, you are awesome, man. Absolutely awesome. If you want to earn a spot on our wall and walk away with an Omar Rusk hamper, then you've got to prove your worthy dippingness like Nick has just done it. Hit us up with a picture of you dipping an Omar Rusk on our Facebook page and show us how you dip Omar. Give us a first spot, dude. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Give us one last mouthful. Cheers.